It got a bit repetitive, I have to say. I felt like I could have just had a cue card with all of the answers on it, like a frequently asked questions, and just handed it over to everybody. G'day all you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al and today I am bringing you the 10 most common things I was asked by people when I was on the Appalachian Trail. Now this list isn't meant to be anything serious, it's just a bit of fun. It was just the 10 things that I found that I was asked over and over again every time I went into towns, and people saw me there with the big backpack and the trekking poles and the big bushy beard, and people thought, that guy looks like a thru hiker. It's really nice when people take an interest in the hiking community and they see people coming into town and they just want a conversation. Maybe they just want to ask a couple of questions. Maybe they think that these people have been out in the woods for ages and ages. And I feel like when people start a conversation with you, it's always well-meaning and they have good intentions. But on the other hand, you'll find that when you go into towns, people do have the same questions. And these are the 10 that I got asked the most. Number 1, the most common thing that I was asked when I was on a thru hike was, are you thru hiking? This one's more of a setup so that you can get a conversation going, but people see you, like I said, with the trekking poles and the big backpack and the big beard, and they say, that guy looks like a thru hiker, or that girl looks like a thru hiker. And it's true, we stick out like a sore thumb when we're hiking and we go into town, and when people want to start a conversation, the easiest way to start the conversation is, are you thru hiking? The second question they usually ask is, are you going all the way? They want to know whether you're out there just for a section hike, or maybe just a couple of days, or whether you're planning to do the whole hike. People are usually really impressed when they realize that you've committed to walking several thousand miles in one go. This isn't something that people usually do. And that's why people usually take an interest, because it's fascinating to find out from people firsthand what their motivation is for them to be hiking all these miles all in one go. The third most common question I usually got asked was, where are you from? For me, certainly I got that a lot because of the accent. Having a British accent in the United States, I do stick out a little bit, and when people talk to me and they hear my accent, usually people would like to guess where I'm from. Are you Australian? Are you from New Zealand, South Africa, America? One person even thought I was French. But it wasn't just me, it was Holy Roller and Red Panda as well, that we always got asked where we're from. So it's not just because I had the British accent, but it's also people just want to know where you're from and what your motivation was to do this hike. The fourth most common question I got asked was, where did you start? So people that know the trail know where the start and end point is roughly. Most people know that the Appalachian Trail is Georgia to Maine. Most people on the west coast know that the Pacific Crest Trail is from border of Mexico to the border of Canada, and they want to know where you started, because some people don't always start at the conventional start point. So people do take an interest in where you started and where you plan to finish. The fifth most common question was usually, how long have you been on trail? People want to know how long it took you to get from Georgia to wherever you are now, or from the Mexican border to wherever you are now. People take an interest in how long it took you to get to that point. And to follow up, they usually ask you when you plan to finish. The common question that I always got asked was, what are your trail names? If they've got this far into the conversation, they usually know quite a bit about the trail and they know about the hiking community, and they will ask you what your trail names are and how you got them and the story behind it. And that can be really, really fun when you get to explain everything that went into receiving your trail name. People usually ask this because they're asking you to open up a bit more, to tell them a story, to explain more about you and your personality and how you got that trail name, and explaining it to them is an opportunity for you to share more about the person that you are. If they've got this far into the conversation, they're usually interested in you as a person. The seventh most common question I usually got was, because I was with Red Panda and Holy Roller, I would get this question, how did you meet up, or how did your family come together? People want to know why you're hiking with these people. Did you meet them before the trail and you decided that you would hike together, or did you meet on the trail? And this again is an opportunity for you to explain more about how your hike has gone and how you met these people and why you decided to hike with them. The eighth most common question, how many bears have you seen? Or how many snakes have you seen? People are really interested in the dangerous animals on trail, and snakes and bears seem to fascinate people. They really want to know just how many bears are running around. Are you seeing them every day? Are they coming into your camp? What was the last incident that you had with them? For us, we didn't really see too many bears, and we did see quite a few snakes, but we didn't have any dangerous incidents with the snakes. Usually just give them a wide berth and walk around them, or wait for them to get off trail and then walk by. But as far as the bears go, personally, I only saw one, and that was the back end of it as it was running away. The ninth most common thing that I usually got asked was, what do you eat? People seem fascinated by what you eat. I think that people really believe that you're out there eating berries straight off the vine and trapping animals. So when most people say, oh, I eat rice sides or pasta or protein bars and oats and granola, it really does shatter their illusions. And the 10th most common question I usually got, which was surprisingly common, I can't believe I got asked this seriously by so many people, was, have you seen Bigfoot? People legitimately asked me several times whether I'd seen Bigfoot, the Yeti, Sasquatch, or any of the other pseudonyms it goes by. And it always surprised me how serious people were. A couple of people said it jokingly, but a lot of people out there really believe that Bigfoot is real. And if you feel that Bigfoot is real and I am being dismissive, then please leave a comment arguing with me why Bigfoot exists and all the evidence you have. Alright, that's my list. My 10 things that I was most commonly asked on trail. Like I said at the start of the video, this was just a little bit of fun, nothing serious. And it is really, really nice when people take a genuine interest in you and your thru hike. If you like this video, then please leave a like. If you've watched more than one of my videos and you're still here, then please consider subscribing and share it with anybody that you know that likes camping, hiking, or adventure travel. But for now, that's it from me. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. One person even thought I was French, so... I thought I was French. Jesus. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I don't sound French.